Hey loves, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Faith, and today guys I'll be checking out Candace Owens as she reacts to Eugenia Cooney. And without much ado, let's see what Candace Owens has for us in this video.
It is incredible when you realize what YouTube is totally fine with. And earlier this week, we showed you Lil RT, the 9-year-old that raps about drugs and killing and running from the popo and sex. Totally fine for YouTube. Also, this YouTuber, Eugenia Cooney, who has had fans flooding 911 with calls because they are so concerned about her rail-thin frame. I'm going to show you a video of her only because I want you to understand just how sick this individual is. And this isn't something to make fun of. Obviously, I've spoken to you guys very openly, also in my book, about my own experience with anorexia for 4 years when I was younger. So I genuinely, my heart breaks for this young woman. And I understand that the fact that she has 2 million subscribers on YouTube is not ever going to help her get healthy. So just to introduce you guys to Eugenia Cooney, in case you're not aware of her, here is a clip of her dancing online.
Oh my gosh.
And here is some more content of Eugenia dancing on the internet. So it's no question, obviously, that this young woman is sick. Here is a photo of her before she became this dire. You can see that she had a much fuller face. She looked healthier. And in case there's any question as to whether or not she has an eating disorder, there is a clip of her talking about her eating disorder on another YouTuber's channel. His name is Shane Dawson. And after she sort of disappeared for a while from YouTube and there was speculation that she was getting help, she returned and said, yes, I had been getting help for my eating disorder. So it's not a question of whether or not YouTube isn't sure as to whether or not she has anorexia or bulimia. She has spoken about it in the past. And here is a clip of her speaking about her battle with anorexia.
There kind of would be like times where I guess I realized like, hey, like I'm not like eating enough. I really probably should be taking better care of myself. And like I would have people like my mom especially and like my family and my parents and everything that would be like, you really should be like, you know, taking care of yourself better and like eating more. And
so, of course, this is a very sad circumstance. What you are witnessing is basically the opposite of what I've showed you before, which is that I don't know how it's plausible, but you can watch people kill themselves on YouTube slowly. So I had shown you videos of the guy that eats obsessively and how much weight he's gained. And now he has a breathing tube and he's eating McDonald's and he's trying to consume 10,000 calories in one sitting. He went from a vegan to not just clinically obese, but someone that's, you know, going to kill himself if he continues in this direction, because that's what happens when you keep eating. And now you have Eugenia, and though she doesn't use her platform to explicitly talk about her eating disorder, she just considers herself to be an influencer. There's no question that this girl is incredibly sick. She's acknowledged the fact that she has this illness, which is abundantly obvious to everyone just looking at her. Everyone except, by the way, the Greenwich police who were called. And remarkably, the Greenwich police sergeant, Brent Reeves, spoke out and said, well, she's always been thin. She's always had a skinny frame. She was of sound mind when he had spoken to her, and that she likes chicken sandwiches, so he knows that she eats. Completely irresponsible for a police officer to issue this statement when it is so obvious that this young woman is suffering, and she is suffering in the public sphere. We are watching this woman completely emaciate herself, and people are doing the right thing and responsibly calling 911 and calling upon YouTube and Instagram and everywhere else that she is to at least remove her platform. Because when you have these sorts of illnesses, the attention that you are getting for them is not helpful to it at all. So while some people have critiqued and said there's nothing we can do, it is true. If this woman does not want to get help, there is no helping her. You have to want to get better within yourself. You cannot force her to eat. You could hospitalize her. You could stick a needle in her arm, and that would be a temporary solve. The thing that they definitely could do is enforce policies on these social media sites so that first and foremost, other young women are not getting this idea that this is aspirational, because what signal does it send to a young 14-year-old's brain when they see that this woman has 2 million followers? And by the way, why does she have 2 million subscribers on YouTube? Why does she have too many subscribers? What are they looking for? How are they able to watch this and not feel sick? And I asked that same question about the young man that is eating himself into his grave. I think his name was Nico, eating himself into his grave. What are you subscribing to when you watch this? How demented do you have to be to want to watch this sort of content, right? The right thing to do is to signal to these platforms that this is a sort of thing that should not be platformed, rather than spending your time trying to figure out whether or not someone's misgendering someone as a YouTube policy. Maybe you should spend your time realizing whether or not there are content creators that are going to kill themselves slowly on your platform. That's my wild take for the day. And again, I want to say that my heart breaks for her. She sounds like she's very sweet. Obviously, she is also very broken. And all you can do is hope that in the eventual end, she will get the help that she needs. All right, if you like this video, you are definitely going to like the full episode. Even better, you can find it by clicking right here.
You guys, oh my gosh, I feel so sorry for Eugenia. I don't know what to say about it, but she looks so skinny. Almost too skinny to do anything in this life. I hope she reach out to people who can render help to her. Let me know what you guys think about this video. It was really very touching, and I feel so bad for the young woman. I had fun reacting to Candace Owens. If you guys totally enjoyed watching, give this video a massive thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.